Hello everyone and welcome to Transfer Weekly with me, Chris McCarthy. This episode number 4. Big show to bring you. 7 signings in total across F3 and FRECA last week. 2 more in the process and some big news coming this morning on Monday the 14th of February. So let's get straight into it then. We have 2 signings to bring you from F3, both of them coming from Genza Motorsport. They announced William Alatalo will be joining them. He jumps up from FRECA, where he finished 11th last season with Arden Motorsport. Challenged for the podium plenty of times as well. Has always been in the top 10 since racing in F4 and FRECA, so I think it won't take him a huge amount of time to get up to speed in F3. And one of his teammates will be Ido Cohen. He makes the switch across from Callaghan to Genza. He had a tricky first year. His best result was 12th at Zandvoort, so he got close to the points. I think this year he'll be trying to get inside it. Okay, all the rest come from FRECA. Let's start with Trident. They announced their first driver for this season, of course, new team to the grid, and it's a big one. It is the reigning vice champion in both Italian and ADAC F4, Tim Tramnitz. Really excited about this one, of course. Double champion Ollie Bierman has jumped up to F3, but Tim Tramnitz ran him close on plenty of occasions. So I think he could be a real dark horse. Excited to see how he goes and also who joins him at Trident. Okay, next, Lorenzo Flutzer stays in the championship. He switches from Van Amersfoort over to reigning champions RHGP. And given the form he's been showing over in Asia already at the start of this year, I'm really excited to see how Lorenzo Flutzer goes, actually. He scored no points last year, but he's going to be a completely different driver this year, believe me. Next then, Arden Motorsport. They've announced their second driver to join Noel Leon, and it is Josh Dirksen. Josh, who had a strong end to the year last year racing in Italian and ADAC F4. He took 2 wins in the last 2 rounds, so he's going to be coming in with a little bit of confidence. Him and Noel Leon could make a good team as well, and of course one more driver at Arden still to be announced. Next up then, Josh Dufek. He completes the lineup at Van Amersfoort Racing. Very good year for him last year. He also raced in Italian and ADAC F4 with Van Amersfoort Racing, and he took a win and 10 podiums, so really good to see Josh joining the field in a field that is looking so strong. Another driver that has been announced in FRECA is Pietro Armani. He is the first driver to be announced at Monolite Racing. Of course, they ran Pietro Deligawanti last year and did very well with him as a rookie. Let's see how they can do with Pietro Armani. He doesn't have a lot of experience, so I think this will be a learning year for him, but he'll be looking to try and get in the points a little bit later in the year, I'm sure. Now, 2 other drivers who look to be announced on the grid are Maceo Capietto, French F4 vice champion, and Piotr Wisnicki as well, who's coming up from Italian F4. Yet to be announced officially who they're racing with, etc. So we'll cover a little bit more about them when we get more updates. But the big breaking news this morning, the Alpine Racing Academy have announced their 4 academy drivers for this year. Ollie Caldwell and Jack Doohan in F2. And in F3, Victor Martins and Caio Collet as well. Of course, the latter 2 remaining with them. Jack Doohan comes across from being a Red Bull junior. And for Ollie, this is first time being with an F1 Academy program. All of those guys have announced who they're racing with in F2 and F3 as well. But we'll cover more of that on episode 5 next week. Now, as I said, it's been a busy week, so there's not a lot of seats left up for grabs. Only 2 in F2, 7 in F3, but 17 at least in FRECA. So still plenty more episodes to come of Transfer Weekly. More updates to bring you as we go. To hit that like and subscribe button to keep yourself up to date with the transfer market in the feeder series, and follow me on @ChrisMcCarthy32 for daily updates. That's all for this week. I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.